Okay, everybody, let's go. Let's finish this story about the Fantastic Four versus Sandman and Blastaar, the living bombburst. All right, the last panel we looked at, we saw Blastaar knock the thing to the floor, and then, batoom, he snuffed out the torch's flame. What's going to happen next? Here we go. Well, there's Benjamin. He's back up again. He says, big deal. So you managed to snuff out Torchy's flame. A kid in kindergarten with a second-hand water gun could have done the same thing. But now let's see what you can do against a guy who can grab them crazy mitts of yours. Go on, let out another blast. What are you waiting for? Bombs away, baby. And so the thing grabbed Blastaar's hands, and he's pointing his fingers back toward Blastaar himself. Well, what's stopping you? Just because I got your own fingers pointing at your own ugly kisser? Say, you ought to do something about those dishpan hands. But everyone is bound to make one mistake sometime or other, and the ever-loving thing makes his by not realizing that Blastaar's strength is far greater than any of another ordinary human being, far greater than been suspected. For that, says Blastaar, you will perish as none have perished before. And look, Blastaar just tossed him over. Ben says, well, there's always got to be a first time. Whoop, as he falls to the ground. I will not even use my own matchless explosive power. I want to crush you with my bare hands. I'll show you that the strength of Blastaar is far greater than yours. Ha! Your heart is now so filled with cowardly fear that you clutch at the ground below in futile panic. Scrunch! And sure enough, the thing is grabbing up the ground, but I don't think it's in fear. Oh, shut up. All I want to do is massage your ugly face with a hunk of sidewalk like this. Arrgh! Flomp! Scrack! It's not possible. No human can possess such power. Shucks, you ain't seen nothing yet. In fact, I got a real threat in store for you now. Just in case you lost your wristwatch or something, I'm going to show you what time it is. What time is it, everybody? What does the thing always say? It's clobbering time! Clobber! And look, Blastaar is blasting off. Meanwhile, where are Reed and Sue and Triton? Here they are. Back in Reed Richards' famous all-purpose lab, another gripping tableau is now underway. Sue asks, will Triton recover from the blow that felled him, Reed? I think so, dear. This healing balm, which I'm adding to the fluid within his hydrogenous tank, should have him back to normal within the hour. But now I'm fairly certain Triton will be all right. We have a more urgent problem to cope with. You mean Blastaar? Well, I think so. I think someone needs to give some attention to that problem. Yes, says Reed, I'm convinced he entered our world from the negative zone of subspace during the brief time our armored door was open. His power is greater than anyone dreams. He can create deadly pressure within his own body and release it from his fingertips in the form of shattering explosions. And then Sue says, he has the horrible Sandman to aid and advise him. Ben may not be able to hold him off much longer, so once again, it's up to me to devise some defense against his uncanny power. Click. He's looking at the viewfinder that shows Ben fighting Blastaar. Reed, I've just picked up Johnny on the telemonitor. Crystal is helping him to his feet. He must have been floored by Blastaar. Darling, where are you going? It's okay, hon. I just thought of something. It's got to be here somewhere, and he's hunting through his toy chest. Have you ever had to hunt for your toys and you can't find them because everything's all piled up together? Of course you have. And so Reed is having the same problem with his toys. It was the last project I was working on before I got involved in the negative zone. I must find it for the sake of Ben and Johnny and all of us. And while Triton recovers, Sue worries, and Reed Richards searches. Stay back, Blastaar. And look, it's Sandman again. He's coming up from underneath. We got us a private score to settle, so let me have the thing. The Sandman recognizes Blastaar. Sheesh. Another county heard from, says Ben. Say your prayers, you orange-skinned ape. This time I'll make sure that you never interfere with my plans again. So look, Sandman rolls them all up. Ben says, is that so? What you aiming to do? Leave town? You just be patient and you'll find out. You're about to learn a lesson that'll last you forever. Ben realizes we're heading for the river. It ain't so hard to guess what he's got in mind. Sandman, come back with him. Blastaar will not be deprived of a victim. Don't worry, big man, says the Torch. I'll keep you busy for the next few minutes. No, Johnny, no, says Crystal. He is too dangerous. Ah, the voice of a female, and a fair one as well. Then this paltry planet does have a redeeming feature after all. Stay back, says Crystal. Do not draw near me. I warn you. What? You, a mere female, dare to repulse Blastaar? Whoosh! Then, before another syllable can be uttered, a twisting, turning, titanic tornado seems to appear from nowhere. Crystal says, I warned you. Blastaar says, it's like magic. It is as though she willed it to happen, which is exactly what she did, because remember, Crystal is the master of elements, air, fire, and water, and earth. It seems Blastaar has much to learn. I did not suspect that almost all Earth beings possess superpowers of their own. Johnny says, I've got my flame back, Chris. You get yourself to shelter somewhere, fast. I'll tackle him again, and this time I'll know what to expect. You inept young bumbler, knowing what to expect and to being able to do anything about it are two different things. Batam! And he shoots out his blast again. Oh.